We get the damn. Heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in the studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn.
What's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. As always, start my shows out with gratitude. Thank you for everybody who's watching now, who's going to watch later, who've been supporting, showing love. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm just getting back at it, but, you know, I don't ever lack nothing, man. Trust me, I'm always going to bring you the best of the best. But before we get this started, I just want to give a little acknowledgement to my wife. Because the other day, I was having a bad day, you know what I'm saying? Naturally, you know, those who know who I am or those who follow me, I'm always working. I'm literally working 10 days a week, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes you get overwhelmed, you get frustrated, you got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And I was having, you know, a bad mental health day, you know, and I had, you know, shared that with her just so she was aware of what I was going through, you know? And, you know, when I came home from work, you know, it was a long day, had a lot going on. And, man, I walked in the house and she had all these roses for me. Huh. And they call them Superman roses, you know. And I was like, man, you know, I just was like very touched, you know, by it because to have that kind of love and support to be able to come home to that. And, you know, on top of that, you know what I'm saying, she, you know, washed my feet for me, you know what I'm saying? She scrubbed them, she massaged them, you know what I'm saying? She cleaned them for me. And I was thinking like, man, you know, scriptures like that, you know, were in the Bible. Yeah. Those were one of the most honorable acts that a human can do for another person, you know? Yeah. Jesus himself washed the feet of others, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And also others had washed the feet of Jesus, you know? And, you know, that's just, you know, that's the kind of love, you know what I'm saying, and support that you need. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm very grateful. And, you know, in that moment, I definitely thank God, you know what I'm saying, for giving me, you know, what's mine.
Oh, praises.
You know, yup, definitely. But without further ado, man, I got my man UcciKhan here, man. What's up with you, brother? Welcome to the El Nino Podcast, man. Yeah, dog, I'm so happy to have you here. You my guy.
Long
you know what I'm saying? Ever since we locked in, we've been locked in, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, tell them a little bit about who you are, what it is, and what it ain't, man.
Oh, man, just a normal guy, man. Out here swimming, man.
Backstroking, dog, that's for sure.
Here swimming in these dreadful waters, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, formerly incarcerated, you know, father, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know, working that penance like many of us, you know what I'm talking about?
Ain't no doubt about it because you know, we got a lot to manage, we got a lot to balance, bro. We got a lot of roles to play in society. And you know, so I mean, there's so much to talk about, bro. I'm really excited about this interview with you because you know, we have a lot in common, you know what I'm saying? And you know, just the journey itself, bro, and everything we've been through. But from the beginning, man, let them know where you from, bro. Like, where did you grow up? Were you born? How did that work out for you?
East Side Detroit, Cross Jefferson.
Okay.
South Side Chicago.
That's right.
Back and forth.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, you know, and culturalized by both those spaces.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So like you know, the slums, man. You know, stayed in the Robert Taylor projects. You know, live that nightmare. You know, stayed in the Ida B. Wells. You know, then the East Side. You know, I call it the Great Migration. We all started down at that water and just, you know, from Jefferson to Warren to Mack to, Ended up on 8 Mile and thought we made it to the suburbs. You know what I'm talking about? yeah. Yep. But East Side, South Side, man. You know, and both of those.
Because I noticed on your Instagram it say 313/312.
That's right. That's
know?
right. That's right.
And
that's
I recognize, I identified. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah. I got both those cultures in me, man.
Yeah,
You know what
no
I'm saying?
doubt.
Can't shake it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago, that's on my birth certificate, man. Cook County, man.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
That's my second home for sure.
Amen. Likewise, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Likewise.
no doubt about it.
Yep. But you know, it's just so, you know, like you say, we do have a lot in common. You know, just figuring out how to make the nonsense that we grew up with and went through make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can make it make sense, then you can make it make sense.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah, now
no
you
doubt
talking about divine or you know, favor from above. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, you know.
So who, like, let's talk about, like, do you got siblings? What were your parents like? Were you raised in a single parent home, both parents? Like, what are some of the challenges and obstacles that you went through, you know, through kind of youth, adolescent, you know what I'm saying, growing up? What gravitated you to the streets and everything else, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely
You know,
got
I salute you, you know,
Oh,
big
my
7'4",
God.
you know what I'm
So you
saying? I know
right,
what
so
it is,
you
always
right.
respect,
So
you know
you
what
right.
I mean?
So you appreciate
Much
that.
love
Yes,
to you,
sir.
you know,
Yes,
to
sir.
you and yours always, bro.
Yes,
you
sir.
know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Definitely got, you know, siblings. Younger brother, younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
My sister was, you know, mostly raised with her grandmother, so, you know, it had its bittersweets. Of course, I want my sister here, but I feel like she was able to duck a lot of the shit, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
My little brother's father was murdered when he was young, so I kind of took on a almost father figure role to him, you know, profoundly young. Just met my father, he just passed. I just, you know, met other siblings, 2 sisters, 2 brothers, you know.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
And Rolling Stone,
Yeah,
you know,
for
and,
sure.
and I ain't mad at him, you know what I mean?
Wherever
it is,
he laid his hat was his home.
It is what it is, you know what I mean? But my mother was fire, man. Like, I mean, one of the most fearless little people, you know, and it was times, of course, when I thought she was getting it all wrong, but when I looked at the outcome or the finished product, I'm like, even when she ain't know, God knew, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, fire, bro. And I love it, man. Wouldn't trade it for the world, you know. Far as what pushed me to the streets was always around it, you know.
Ain't no doubt.
And I feel like sooner or later, you know, especially when you got, you know, the peer pressure, the social pressure, you know. So on my block in Chicago, you know, everybody's affiliated. You know, I'm from the town, 067, Stony Island, Kenwood.
That's
you
right.
know, all my whole generation was gangsters. You know, all our older uncles, and you know, they come off the Stones or that Peace Stone, L. Rookin' line. So we kind of had respect and love from all different ways. You know what I'm saying? So like,
no doubt.
you know, and then. You know, I fought it for a long time, bro. I still don't like violence, but you know, I would try to do everything I could to keep the dragon at bay. You know, and then, you know, life happening, you know, alcoholism, house getting shot up. You know, I'm feeling like, you know, at some point I got to take the front line.
Absolutely.
You know, and I did it in a whole nother level type of manner, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But even that, you know, in the work that we do, we deal with the most troubled of youth. And in order to be able to relate to the most troubled of youth, you got to come from the most troubled of spaces, right?
Absolutely.
So
Definitely.
you know, I was the worst of the worst. Hence, I'm the best of the best today. You know what I'm talking about? The light skin thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. I remember that whole thing going on in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit in the 80s too.
Didn't have the Jordans in the forums, and you know that's probably why I overcompensate now.
Yeah,
you know?
Ain't no doubt about it.
You know what I'm
Hell
talking
yeah,
about?
I feel you 1,000%, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, if you look good, you feel
Yeah,
good.
you damn right. And even with that, like I remember sitting in the cell, just imagining myself it was one thing to be in a place with the lights on in the right groove, but I would just be fresh to death, man.
How old were you? What year was it when you went to the joint?
18. Should have been going to prom somewhere.
Yeah.
Instead I was on my way to Suckerville, Riverside quarantine, Ionia, Michigan, but was catching a little petty gun cases, youth home since probably 14, you know what I'm saying?
What was the difference gangbanging in Chicago from gangbanging in Detroit?
I never gangbanged in Chicago.
Okay.
I had love from everybody. Okay. I was an anomaly.
But you familiar with the gang culture out there.
And I saw gangbanging. Don't get it twisted.
And I'm talking about generational.
Yeah.
I'm talking about five generations of kings and queens and lords.
No comparison. Right? If you got to think, right? On the east side, coming up late 80s, early 90s, you had 1,000 cliques, bro. Everybody warring with everybody. In Chicago, when I grew up, you had 2 main cliques.
Okay. Yeah.
So you would probably have to unite half the east side and pit it against to even get a glimpse of what gangbanging in Chicago. Like, I don't even... and I got a whole bunch of heat off the Kid L piece when I said I don't believe that we have a gang problem. Mm-hmm. Not that we don't have a gang issue, right? But when you say, first of all, that narrative to let somebody call our youth a problem, now they feel justified when they make extreme moves in dealing with our youth.
You talking about the justice system?
Absolutely. Okay. So when you say, gang problem, and you push that narrative, now we got to do something, right? So I feel like some of these RICO and these numbers that some of these babies get, it's like, I mean,
we were raised in a residential jungle, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And the whole concept of starting this podcast was because I've been judged my whole life since I was a youth, always, they didn't want their kids hanging with me. You know what I'm saying? My teachers, everybody was like, yeah, we already know you either going to go be dead or in prison. You know what I'm saying? And just becoming a product of that, I mean, but
even hearing that,
I tell them now, walk a mile in my shoes, man.
You feel me? Yeah, but even a young evolving mind constantly hearing that, you ain't gonna be.
I embraced it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But not only that, I was raised by a village of wolves, bro. Of course, I'm gonna become that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's even some. So watch this. This is what I believe. I believe that God works in mysterious ways. So
Absolutely.
even in our most adverse times, I believe something divine was happening.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't go through that. You know what I mean?
Jesus suffered, bro.
Come on, man. You feel
he
diamonds,
suffered
diamonds
for glory
in the
end, ultimately.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Diamonds come from mud. The wine comes from crushed grapes, man. And sometimes it's just grapes of wrath. You know what I'm talking about?
It's crazy, bro. I've been home for I'm going on May 7th, bro. Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my 5th year anniversary being home. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Praise is due.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in prison, I used to see recidivism, bro. Like, these boys was getting out and, like, being in a free world was like a vacation for them. Yeah. And then they just come back and share all their stories and take all the pictures they can in a 1 year span before they come back. You know what I'm saying?
Some guys do it 4 times before I went home once.
Get out. get out, makes a couple kids, and then come back to prison.
About the third time I seen him, I didn't want to talk to him.
Talking about you need a care package, man. You
gotta
get the fuck out of here,
you know
bro.
What I'm
you know
about?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit wild as hell, but I'm very grateful, bro, for every.
And you've been doing a stellar work. You know, I've been fortunately to be with you from the top of it. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing some stellar work. You know, me and you'd have been on the east side. I'm like, let's cut through this alley. We gonna knock these trees down. You know, you've been right there. You know,
let's get to it.
You know, we done been maximum security prison together, squashing beef.
Oh my goodness, yes,
we all in Indiana squashing beef.
Shout out to Andre Norman,
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? Shout out to, Q and everybody, man, putting that in motion. But they needed us, bro. We spoke to 60 bosses, 60 leaders in the Indiana prison called Miami Correctional Facility.
Right after 2 homicides. You know what I'm saying?
2 homicides took place in the prison, and they called for us to go in there and bring back order to their population. They had everybody on lockdown. Everybody was wilding, all the heads. Everybody was ready to go to war. And we went in there and we mediated. We talked everything down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sharing our own stories, our own experiences from outside to inside. And we were able to bring about peace and some understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we even had an opportunity to meet Boosie's cousin, Dunk.
Dunk,
badass. Yeah. So, shout out to them boys. You know what I'm saying?
And like I say, bro, we were able to do that because of our experience. You know what I'm saying? The laborers or those who would testify to the thing gotta have a testimony of the thing, right?
Yes.
You know, so that's why we was out. We wouldn't have had, no leverage or no power whatsoever if we would have went in there talking about, but we done did this time. We done did the numbers. We you know what I'm saying?
When you think about the Bible, man, every scripture is based on somebody telling a story and their experience of suffering, and in the end how they were rewarded, you know what I'm saying, with glory, with love, with life, with things, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm very conscious of things like that, man, who I become, who the people around me become, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff, bro.
Dope, brother. Yeah.
And initially, bro, when I joined the team, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't sure if I was going to be impactful in other communities like I was in my own, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere I go in my community, bro, the brothers, the sisters, everybody saluting me, everybody show me love, respect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, am I going to be able to, have that same, build that same bond, you know what I'm saying, with the east side and with the west side. And bro, I mean, I've been everywhere at all the schools, at Pershing, at Detroit Community School. I mean, been at King. I've been everywhere, bro, with the team, and just always getting standing ovations, always getting so much positive feedback to the point where they know my first name, bro. You know
I love it, brother.
I love that, bro. And
trauma is universal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I remember me and you spoke at a church. I forgot what persuasion it was, but it was all Caucasian kids. And when you first approach things like that, you have that, damn, how I'm gonna connect to this type of feeling, right? But like
that was
you
in
say,
Rochester, college.
You feel,
community college.
But when we left up out of there, everybody on their feet, So
standing ovations, bro.
Yeah. So it's definitely a blessing that comes up out of what we may perceive early as a curse. Before it, I would imagine that flower before it break the dirt, the way it's having to struggle to get through there is feeling, nothing beautiful at all. And then one day it's, So that growth, man, I'm just thankful.
And the worst thing is when somebody know better and don't show better. That's the most unfortunate.
Well, what I believe in that situation, some of my most powerful mentors from the yard, very powerful, bro. came home and didn't last, right? Because I believe once you know on a certain level, and then you go astray or disregard what you know, I think it's chastisement in that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's kind of like the God saying, "I'm gonna raise you to a wisdom supreme," and you think you gonna go take what I gave you and go play for the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see, you know, it's God and it's spiritual, but it's still some gangster shit rules going on in this thing, right? You know, people say, well, why you can't get out the game, right? First of all, it's not really that, because you can. But the question be, you know a lot. You know where the body's buried. You know the secrets. So you know what I'm saying. You got to be of a stellar character.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying. But yeah.
Because a lot of people ask, how did I do it? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And first of all, I made that commitment prior to getting home. A lot of guys say, oh, well, when I get home, I'll start working on myself. When I get home, I'll start to change. I was like, brother, if you cannot discipline yourself and get focused in here, you definitely ain't going to be able to do it when you get home.
Period.
Because the world is full of temptation. I'm
Yep.
talking about money, diamonds, gold,
Yeah,
women,
and you in the
drugs,
pattern.
alcohol, all the temptation in the world.
And you in the pattern.
And if you don't know how to manage them demons and them temptations, you ain't gonna be able to be successful. You got to learn how to discipline yourself now.
Period.
So the last 5 years of my bid, I dedicated to growth. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
And came out prepared already.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Running.
that's one of the biggest mistakes I think them brothers make is they fail. You know, how they say, if you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail.
Ooh, we say
You
it.
know?
So, I never dropped my flag for several reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One being, as I grew up, Gangsta Disciple grew to growth and development.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Which means as I was growing, it was growing.
Yes, sir.
All the positive that I do in the community comes from that vision. The politics, the social development, the economics, right? All of it, right? So it grew up with me, bro. And then the other part of that was like basically like, when I talk to these kids, it's like from a here and now. It's not a past tense. I still live on the block. I still hold near and dear to that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then I kind of feel like my work is from the inside out. And then the last part, and this is a funny part, but I was just fighting a little situation in the courts, right?
Yep.
And
I'm familiar.
right? So when I took the little cop, they do the pre-sentence investigation report.
Yes, sir.
So now like
That PSI.
right? Now smoke this over, right? So in the questioning, it says, do you have any gang affiliation? Naturally, the way we trained, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Right? So I put NA. When it say what gang? NA. When they finished the report and gave me my copy where it says gang affiliation, it said Gangsta Disciple. I say that to say, no matter what I say, the cards done been dealt.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
I gotta figure out the most righteous, productive, positive way to play this hand out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm locked in whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just for me, brother, once I found myself, bro, and I obtained that knowledge about self and purpose and, I started doing all this work and just in inner work, bro, I just was like, bro, I've really been a slave. I've been really just a slave to everything I was programmed to be, even poverty, bro. You know what I'm saying? There was a point in time where I liked playing in the mud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, because it was normal.
Yeah.
But I was able to find who I was, bro. I realized that my whole life I just really been programmed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you right.
And once you bump into so many walls and shit, man, you just be like, what is my purpose, man? What am I
Amen.
here for? You know
Amen.
what I mean?
Amen.
And once I found that, I ran with it, bro. And
Yeah.
you know, you got to put in the legwork too. You got to make a lot of adjustments. You got to let the process run its course.
Show you
and
right.
and a lot of times, you know, we dealing with that battle, you know, fighting between flesh and spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because a lot of times we always think that we know best. Every
Yeah.
time I did what I wanted to do, the shit never worked out.
Wow.
When I did what I was supposed to do, everything came out divinely.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Just how it was supposed to.
So-
And I learned that shit the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But now that's the only way that I live, bro. You know? And everything happens just how it's supposed to happen.
I feel that's so deep. So in there, I got the blueprint of the motherfucking century. You know, every day I look at it, I add to it, I critique it. I come home and lost my motherfucking mind, brother. You understand what I'm saying? The Foot Lockers, I don't even know where that bitch at, right? So the blueprint down up in that thing somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm fucking popping bottles for breakfast. You know, I'm moving and grooving in a fucking club. UcciKhan fucking video on TV. I lost my fucking mind, bro. Big dumbass rims, sounds louder than all the be damn, right? And then, you know, some shit happened and it shook me and said, what the fuck you doing? You can't get them 15 years back, bro. No matter how hard you try. You understand? So, and then, you know, I had my son. You talking about where the game stopped.
Because you a fruit, brother.
Absolutely. You know what I'm
you
saying?
have the knowledge.
You understand? And,
You know what I'm saying?
and I be damn. And I had the knowledge in a supreme way that if I ain't fucking careful, my motherfucking head gonna come up missing.
Ain't no doubt.
You understand what I'm saying? I know too much to play for the dark side, brother.
No
Period.
no doubt about it.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? So me and my son, we heavy in the Star Wars. And he Jedi to the core, as was I. Now I say I'm rocking on this Sith side, right? And he can't stand it, right? and he love Anakin, but he don't like Darth Vader. And I say, and that's the world,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Failing to realize that the villain and the hero sometimes is the same person.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
new book, Angel, with dirty wings. Gangster.
Yes. Where's it at?
Oh man, I got
What?
I got
Did you bring
gifts.
it?
I got that and some.
Come on, man. Talk
So
to him,
hold
man.
on, hold
Talk to him,
on.
bro.
So first I go
What?
hold on, let me talk to the people real quick. I go up my man's bathroom and it's a beautiful situation. He even got the blue and black toilet paper.
Yes,
this
sir.
motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
So I had to grab me a couple
No
of them
doubt
niggas
about
to
it,
take
man.
home.
No doubt
But
about
yeah,
it, man.
I got gifts, man. The new joint, Gangster, Angel with Dirty Wings.
That's right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I
Copy of
appreciate
the
it.
first joint, The
Yup.
Passion of the Life.
What?
So that's from conception to the joint time. And then I
By
got you
UcciKhan.
UcciKhan. Then I got you a bag and a t-shirt, 48220 Live.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So
all
my
right.
hood is
I
called
appreciate you. I love gifts.
Oh
you know
man,
what
for
I'm saying?
sure, brother.
Love all my
For
little
sure.
blessings,
You
bro.
feel me? Feel me? So my
we
hood,
in
the
the
48205, right? The red zone, it got a
Okay.
tag on it,
I love it.
48220
I love
die.
it.
Right? So we changed
Yes.
it to 48220 live.
That's right.
Back about controlling that narrative.
Man,
you know
thank
what
you,
I'm
bro. I
talking about?
appreciate
Yes,
that,
sir,
man.
brother.
That's sweet
Yes,
as hell.
sir. Yeah,
the
peace,
bag, too.
peace in the community, man. We so traumatized. We don't think it real, bro. But it's real. I believe in it, bro. If we can create, based off our relationships and coalitions, peace in hell, meaning prison,
Okay.
we can do this shit in these neighborhoods, bro.
We've been doing it.
You understand
We
what I'm
have been
saying?
doing it,
yeah,
bro.
if we could have an environment like MR, right? Well, we fucking, I mean, of course, when blood did hit the dance floor, brother, it was extreme measures calling for extreme type of responses, right?
Absolutely.
But for the most part, I felt like that space was failure. That's kind of what I was telling the brothers when we was in Indiana. Mm-hmm. If I'm thinking and moving these chess pieces right, it should never be no blood on the dance floor. You see what I'm saying?
But see, you know, we have a lot of challenges and obstacles when it come out here because a lot of people, it's hard for them to get right because they always under the influence of something in some form or another, some substance, whether it be alcohol, whether it be pills, whether it be whatever it may be. You know, some people are drunk off pride and ego and money and lifestyle and all that shit. You know, people are drunk out here with that shit, bro. And so they don't know how to be reasonable. You know what I'm saying?
Show you right.
They don't want to hear that shit. The same way I didn't want to hear that shit when I went to prison. I'm like, bro, if what you talking about is not making me no money, I don't want to hear that shit. When brothers was trying to give me game about ancient history and the Mexicas and the Aztecas and all that, I'm like, bro, that shit ain't making me no money. That shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? But eventually when I came around and they started building with me and telling me about the history of my people, bro, oh my God, bro. It awakened something. It awoke in my whole spirit, bro, in a whole new way. I felt so connected to myself, bro. I felt so proud. I felt like a fucking warrior, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing where I come from.
I love it. It's the most. So again, for every knock is a boost. I thought prison would be the death of me. Prison was the life of me, man.
Yeah. For sure.
You follow what I'm saying? So, even with the nation, bro, to come away again with hearing what you would never be and all the negative shit you is, for somebody to say, the God that created the world is in you, man. It's the reason you alive. And then you internalize that shit. Oh, man. But I was a little different though, homie. I was like, I like to hear the knowledge. The unfortunate thing was it was limited than a bitch until I went to prison. On the block, that shit was limited, bro. But I love to hear, I've always been inquisitive. I'm a Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying?
As I am.
Yeah, I always been inquisitive, you know what I'm saying? So and then in the joint, my whole thing was like, anytime, I didn't give a fuck if it was a pimp, if it was a Moor, if it was a Sunni, if it was a fucking, my thing was teach me something. I'm chasing motherfuckers around, teach me something. You know what I'm saying? Teach me something. Yeah. And I was just like, once I bit that apple, bro, I was like smitten. I wanted to know more. I remember I had so many books and shit. The brother like, man, you gonna disappear, this motherfucker. Like
I know in the joint, a lot of brothers read books.
Yeah.
And I didn't really read no books unless I was in the hole. But the thing about it was, I wasn't interested in reading, but I guess it depended on what it is that you wanted to read.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know what to read. I wasn't into Westerns. I wasn't into romantic books. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was kind of burnt out on the gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, I just started finding life skill books.
Love it.
And like all of us, we read 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War. Like, them was like the very first books I read. You know what I'm saying? But I was getting myself into the mindset, so I was soaking it all up. Yeah. But I already had personal experience. You know what I'm saying?
Show you right. And because Cat read that shit and lose every time because he don't got application capacity. That shit gets you in trouble. You understand?
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck it. Sun Tzu, bitch, you better.
Hey, Mario, do me a favor. Grab that book. It's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen.
That's the first book that sparked my light, brother.
Listen, brother. It's over here on the back by the couch, please.
So
brother.
So when I say that very small book.
Very small book.
Weighs heavy on the shelf.
Thank you, brother. Right? Appreciate you. Shout out to my
Actually,
man Mario.
You got the fat version. Yeah, that's the big version. And that's still
right
little.
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen.
Yeah.
This is the game changer for me.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? This is universal.
Me too.
This is for everybody. It's
not religious.
I don't care who you are, where you from. This is for you. This will help you sort things out, figure things out.
So the conflict I had with it was this. Damn. I'm in this predicament because of the way I think. That's the first. See, now you got to get away from the excuses.
Yes, sir.
Now you gotta stop saying, well, daddy wasn't there. Now you gotta stop saying, well, mommy drunk too many motherfucking bottles of beer, right? Now you gotta start coming into the motherfucking man of this motherfucking being of you.
You
right?
gotta stop being
right?
a victim.
There you go.
You gotta
and say,
stop being
and
a
say
victim.
it's all right here. Right? And once and one thing that he talks about is the coldest part of this book. He talks about a youth being hard pressed in a small workspace, right? And how he's toiling, right? But that his desire, right, is bigger than the room. Like the room can't hold his desire, right? And it reminds me that when Louis Farrakhan said that you can think yourself out of prison. He said that you can expand your mind so far that a cell can no longer hold you.
Absolutely.
And I'm a witness bearer.
Man,
brother.
listen, I love when he speaks, bro.
Yeah, I'm a witness
when
bearer.
Minister Farrakhan speaks, brother,
Yeah.
very powerful. And you are a witness to
I'm
that.
a witness
a
bearer.
product of that, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Put the smooth, put the polish, that smooth edge. You know, I went in rough, brother. You know, I mean rough. You know, MTU was my first joint. Whew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
that
know?
was, yeah.
So you had to put
That
up.
was Gangbang City.
Man, you had and city, the hood. You know, you had to put up. It didn't matter where you was from. I remember I first rode in. I hadn't seen chocolate, Latin Count Chocolate since the county. He was on the yard, and the first day I hit the yard, they fighting with the fucking GDs and the Crips, right? I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the first fucking day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fucking MTU. I say that shit all the time, but I needed all
you had to
of
be
that
a warrior
shit,
in that
bro.
shit.
I needed all of that shit, bro. I needed all. I feel like I was always where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You know, this book really helped me transition my mindset. And that's when I really began to grow, is when I realized that I have that privilege and that power.
Period.
To the point where I was able to transition my mindset to not see prison as prison, but to see it as school.
Yeah.
To not see myself as a prisoner, but to see myself as a student.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
And every day that I woke up, I learned something about myself. I learned something about life. I learned something about people, places, things. I just thrived and was thirsty for knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And knowledge. Not sorry to cut you off, but it is the currency in prison, right? So in the streets, it may be your ruthlessness or cunning or what, but on that yard, brother, knowledge reigns supreme. You know, I hear it's a little different now with the gang element, but when I was in prison, he who had the knowledge, right? And it's just like they say now, the shooter got the influence, right? That's kind of like the blind leading the blind a little bit. You know, in our time, brother, you, in order to be a leader of men, you had to, know where you going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just and that's another thing that a struggle in this transition, bro, is when we deal with these youth, it's really dawning on me that I'm on some unk shit, man.
Definitely are.
Yeah,
You definitely are. Now all of a sudden we the big homie.
Just because I'm out here
hooping.
hooping, running around with them, and probably could do more pull-ups. The fact of the matter. So in my mind, little nigga, I'm right here with you, but we really on some unk shit, bro. And
they respect it though.
They
bro.
do.
Kids are not stupid, bro. They got intuition.
I
They
was
know
just
when
about
you
to-
real,
yes,
when
sir.
you not.
Especially when they feel you out. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Especially
bro.
when they feel
Shout
you
out to
out.
Danny Harani. You know, he
man.
had me go speak to his juvenile and over at Team Wellness, bro, over in Farmers Market. And again, these are all kids coming out of the juvenile system. They all from the east side, west side. And, bro, I went in there, bro, and had their undivided attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in the end, you could tell when you come in, they bump your hand, like, what up? You know what I'm saying? By the
Me and
time
Q
I
went
was
through
done,
that. Me and
man,
Q
they
went
was
through
hugging me. They was handshakes,
it's-
It was all love, bro.
A couple of them I'm still in touch with, and I made that trip probably a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
A couple of little guys from, it's not about that one engagement, man. It's about that consistency.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, that follow up, man. If I exchange a number with you to you know what I'm saying, at least pick the phone up.
Yeah,
You know
no
what I'm
doubt.
saying? And then just, I can't lie, I had big homies. A lot of guys say I ain't had no big. I did, from my uncles to guys in the streets, and they took care of me. So when I became a big homie young, bringing that thing from Chicago to Detroit and, indoctrinating, everything around me, But I had, before I send you on the dummy mission, I'm going to put the work in, and I'm going to tell you to watch how it's done.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Lead by
So I
example,
had a
for sure.
different mentality, bro. And from that came genuine love and respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, when the soldiers find out you love them, the devotion is that's why, like, on the yard, you couldn't touch me unless I said it was, let them through. You know what I mean?
for
Yeah,
sure,
you couldn't get through that wall, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shout out to Troy Muhammad, man.
Absolutely,
Good brother, man.
absolutely.
That's my guy.
Absolutely. And all the soldiers, you know what I'm
no
saying?
doubt.
All the soldiers, the ones you see and the ones you don't see.
Man, I seen J-Mo yesterday. Shout out to Nation Outside. They was at the Sequel to Mile yesterday,
Yeah,
bro.
my man, J-Mo.
That's my dog, man. Solid brother, man. From the inside out. Had a light bid, natural life.
Yup,
He home now. You know what I'm saying?
And doing stellar work. At one time, you could pick a couple names that was doing stellar work. Now it's like guys coming out, man, putting on, bro.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure,
I mean?
man. For sure, man.
But was putting on. I was the minister of the nation when J-Mo was the spiritual advisor for the Atlantics at Marquette. So we were already, like you say, in this way of movement, you know what I'm saying? Of organizing and mobilizing and strategizing and brokering peace, and so when we came home, it was just a given, man. Once I figured to cut the bullshit, but even in the midst of the champagne and the clubs, I was working. You know what I'm saying? I was traveling, getting on that plane, sat on boards in New York, California, moving all around, you know what I'm saying? And that's where, the fire was lit to do my own thing. I'm like, once I start seeing guys like me, like, salute my man George Galvez in Oakland, my man Albino Garcia in Albuquerque, New Mexico. These my guys who I went to, like, teach me the game. This nonprofit thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm poor, but, my org didn't service to 100 people this year already, over hundreds.
That's
and,
right.
And gave away $100,000, right?
That's right.
So and then, so let me just speak to that real quick, man. For all my people coming home, you're going to come home, and based on your story, you're going to be an object of exploitation. People going to want you in their program. They're going to want you to tell your story 1,000 times over, and they're going to give you a stipend to do it.
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna take some pictures, and you're gonna feel proud and shit. and while you doing all this great shit, you're telling your story and moving $1, $2, $3, $4 million funders to this organization with your story. So the best fucking thing that you can do is absorb that shit to the point where you can exploit your own fucking story.
Ain't no doubt.
Right? Yeah. I thought I was winning a lot of yo. You feel me? I'm all over the place. Feel simple. And then one day, see, I'm a smart dumb mother, right? One day I said, hold the fuck on. What? Right? So I cut my own 501c3.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I write my own grants. You see, if they doing it, it's doable. And then I learned, see, some shit that intimidate us, once we engage it, we find out it's not that intimidating at all, right?
Yeah,
It's the
no
simplest shit ever, right?
Yeah.
You know, cross your T's, dot your I's, right? And then it's a vehicle, you know. I'm purchasing everything I can in my neighborhood. You know, I'm a lot endorser. You can't buy a vacant lot or space in my neighborhood unless I endorse.
That
You
new Detroit
understand?
co-op,
Right? Yeah.
that grocery store that just opened.
Remember in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them, bro. We went
know?
on a tour last month.
Yeah,
and that was
remembering
one of
that.
our stops. And they were still in the building phase, and they just had their grand opening the other
And in
day.
the building stage, I'm so
What is it, Detroit co-op?
co-op. Yep.
Okay.
I'm so proud of that. So I've been a member with them since like the beginning.
Can you break it down a little bit so that the people understand
when
what
you
it
say-
is?
So it's the Annie Up. The
Okay.
community literally Annie Up. I think that the lowest shares was $200 to buy in, and from the collective we built the co-op, right? So
Okay.
it's the Annie Up, bro. It's the, you know, we need a store on J5. Everybody put in $5.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get $5 worth of cookies. You get $5 worth of Debbie's. You get $5 worth of chips. You get $5 worth of coffee. You get right. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what it is, bro. It's you know. So when you talk that power to the people, shit, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Food security. So you can't fucking go to war if you can't eat. All the fuck the enemy got to do is cut your food off.
yeah. Yeah.
You fuck around and do anything.
Yeah.
You
No,
understand
for
what I'm
sure,
saying,
yeah.
right? You fucking talk about puppeteered, right? So, you know, like food security. And then in my neighborhood, you know, I live where I made my mess. It's not even a doctor's office. So you say civilization, the schools the fuck boarded up, right?
Yeah.
Healthcare,
Yeah.
education, this shit is the crux of a civilized fucking society or community.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even have a
Absolutely.
fucking doctor's office, bro. We might got one or two dentists. We don't even have a fucking doctor's office.
Listen, bro, working with Ceasefire, man, and doing customs all throughout the city, man, bro, I've seen poverty like I've never seen it before, bro.
But you expect
You know
greatness.
what I'm saying? I know.
But you expect
I
greatness.
know, yeah. That's why I tell people all the time, how can you expect somebody to dream so big when they
Come
surrounded
on,
by
man.
everything so
I see
small?
vacant lots,
That's
10,
it,
10
you
blocks this
surrounded.
way,
Yeah.
5 abandoned trash houses this way.
I'm like, bro, this looks like somebody dropped a bomb on this whole community, bro. And then there's still people like still living in it, bro. I didn't understand. I was like, man, this is terrible. Like, why ain't somebody doing something about this?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Terrible, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and I live in it, you know, but I'm doing something about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
but it's about how do we get the masses.
Show
you know
you
what I'm
right.
saying?
Show
To-
you right.
I mean, even
When-
just to
when
say,
they
please,
become
thank you,
comfortable.
excuse me, to be comfortable with caring about the earth. You know what I'm saying? Not,
pick
not
up the
literally-
trash. Just pick
yes,
it up. Just
Yeah.
all you gotta do is
pick up
pick
the
it up.
trash. You know what I'm saying? Care about your community. You know what I'm saying? Care about yourself. Like,
You know, but see, I don't own nothing.
mm-hmm.
I don't got nothing. Right? So guess what? I have no investment. What fuck do I care?
Yeah. You don't
You-
even think you
you-
got a
you-
voice. I never
you-
voted. I was
right,
like,
you see what I'm saying?
Nobody
What fuck
cares
do I
about what
care?
the hell I got to say. You know what I'm saying?
So-
this shit
so-
gonna be what it's gonna be because we were raised to just survive by all means necessary.
So it's even, you know, it's even a science to that mentality of apathy that we have. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
But what I see a lot is when people see you doing, they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's my dream, my hope, bro, is that the street people like me, these young soldiers, stand up and say, I'm ready to be a soldier for God. See, now they talking that demon time shit. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
I can't wait till they step up and say, no more rape,
Yeah,
no more sex trafficking.
yeah.
Bitch,
no
we'll
doubt.
let these switches loose. Anything come up here trying, we letting these shits loose. Right? Holy hellfire.
Oh yeah,
Right?
for real.
That's my dream, bro. You know, and my faith in it is guys like us. People, like I tell people, and I don't really, hate to kind of, say or go here, but it just hit my heart. But I tell people, just because I move alone, I can call a multitude of men just like me.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean a multitude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like, an unbelievable multitude. So when we had the yard, bro, the hosta, black, brown, and guess what? I'm about to fuck you up, even white.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they put a so-called leader of the areas in my bucket because they know I'm on my fruit shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they was on.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, he knew what they was on. When we came about that motherfucker, anything he needed from me or anything I needed from him, you understand what I'm saying?
About it. Y'all built that bridge.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always felt the same way too, bro.
Yeah. So we convicts, bro. Yeah. We convicts. See, you gotta look for the common denominator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could pick 1,000 fucking differences. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck is the common denominator? We convicts, man.
Yeah.
If we this what we was telling them boys in Indiana. Y'all ain't got no power because you speaking in singular voices.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta unite your fucking voice, man. Everybody.
Yeah, definitely. And then just hearing our stories and then knowing where we've been through and where we're at today was like, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's sometimes, it wasn't an easy transition, because you tied to that loyalty, you know what I'm saying? You feel obligated, you know what I mean? To serve, your flag, the streets, the ethics, you know what I'm saying? What are they going to say about me? What are they going to think about me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just have to go, bro, with your own intuition, bro.
Hey, man, see, we was just at...
What is this, though, bro? I see you brought
that's that UcciKhan, man.
How did this come about, bro? UcciKhan. So this is your liquor.
Absolutely. And I got a wine.
My guy.
I got some UcciKhan boots. I'm looking at the velour gear.
I see.
I'm looking at just the
So what
shit,
you
man.
got going on? You making liquor? You
so
got
UcciKhan is an LLC.
You make
it's
music,
patent, movies. We just dropped a new joint, Blue Ice, about to hit Tubi.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the
shout
shit.
out to Jacody, my Jacody film team. You know what I'm saying? I'm executive producer, so a lot of low key shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, you low key because I just see it when it happens. That's it.
Yeah,
but
but I always said so. UcciKhan heroin young boys. That was a blow of heroin. UcciKhan, but the way I spell it, it got a different flavor. But I always used to be like, man, I could see that UcciKhan shit on everything. Like
I was gonna ask you where the UcciKhan come from.
Yeah, show you right. I'm like, that shit sound like fucking clothes, cologne, fucking.
I thought it was some Asian, something Asians, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, UcciKhan, man. Yeah.
So that's what it means, huh?
Yeah, and that's
that blow pack.
That blow pack. Then it's a character. So when UcciKhan, he keep his hat on, it's like the real me is in this fucking disguise type. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is like an altered fucking when UcciKhan, like you can't barely make him mad. He the flyest, coolest motherfucker. He just want to have a sip something, laugh, but now Phil Lex, he got a little fire in him, you know what I'm saying? But UcciKhan, is my safe space, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I see. I see UcciKhan doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
New project coming out, Detroit 80s rap tape. If you had that summer bash, I want in.
I got you.
Yep.
I got you for sure.
Actually, just shot some footage over there at DHDC for a little promo. I don't know if you saw it, but yep.
Okay, that's sweet.
Flipping all the old '80s beats, man. Just having fun.
You've actually been in you did some work in the studio at the DHDC, right? Yeah. No doubt about it. That's sweet. That's good, man. Yep. That space really does need to be utilized, man.
I love the DHDC.
I'm reaching out to Detroit, Lou, Helliver, whoever, man. Y'all got some time, man. Come build with the youth, man. And
Hell
you
yeah.
know.
Dope spot. That's what we need on the east side. That's my vision,
It's
bro.
It's crazy because they got a state of the art recording studio in there, and a lot of times kids initially they all want to start out rapping. That's what they want to do.
Yeah,
but then they
show
get
you
in
right.
there. Now they want to produce. Now they want to podcast. Now they want to sing. Then they learn how to play an instrument.
Sky's the
Now they're
limit,
learning
bro.
how to DJ.
Because we never get introduced to our talents.
Yeah. And that's what I love about the DHDC
you
is
gotta
because
expose the kids.
it'll bring out it's got so many things for kids to exercise and explore with. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have came in for one thing, but now I just did 5 other things that I like doing now. You know?
How would Mozart ever knew who he was if he would have never sat down at a piano?
Yeah, for sure.
You see
That's
what
crazy.
I'm saying?
I've listened to Mozart since I was a kid. Bro.
Right? They say he was this
Beethoven.
idiot savant that sat down, tinkered a minute, and then was like fluid.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? But what if he was never exposed? So, I expose my babies to everything. Tinker with that guitar. Tinker with a drum. Tinker with some robotics. Tinker with something. It's gonna grab you. Because we all got that thing. It might not be my thing for my son. He got his own thing. It's my job to help him find that and help him be the greatest at it.
And you know what? Because I feel like a lot of times, parents do a disservice to their kids because a lot of times parents push kids to do things that they weren't able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And sometimes you got to give the kids the liberty to be able to choose the things and choose the path that was meant for them. And a lot of times they get deprived of it. Like when I was in the joint, I knew doctors. I knew people who were successful, but they were miserable.
Yeah.
They were like, my parents wanted me to go to college. They wanted me to be a doctor. They wanted me to be a banker. They wanted me to do this. So I did it to keep my parents happy, but I'm miserable because it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I wanted to be that, or I wanted to do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it. Yeah, it makes all the sense. See, I feel like they not ours. We was given the assignment.
Yeah,
to produce and rear and care for, but they got their own divine assignment, man. Tis the reason the parents can put all the right shit in and get all the bullshit out. And then another kid get all the bullshit in and come out on the other end the right way, right? In our work, I often find myself telling parents, single mothers in particular, it's not your fault.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's not your fault. And I did this and I moved over here and okay, so that should alleviate what you're feeling to some degree. You know that you did everything that you can. I remember one time my mother said I had to let go and let God. I had to give you back to God. Because she understood you ain't really mine.
Yeah.
You mine, but you ain't mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She understood that everything was temporary.
There you go.
Everything was temporary.
There
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you realize that, sometimes you appreciate things different.
Show
you
right.
know?
Show you right.
It's humbling,
Show you right.
Yeah.
Love it, brother.
What's the
Love
future
it,
look like for UcciKhan, man? What you working on? What you got,
man,
going on? What do everybody got to look forward to?
If it wasn't for this little case, bro, UcciKhan was finna run for mayor or something. I ain't lying, man. I got an office in me, man, like for my neighborhood. Did
we do that training together with Akil Bashir at the Wild Center over there?
You right.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Yeah, I thought you did that training
I
with,
keep
man.
in
Shout
touch with
out out to Ray and Pierre and Smoke.
I keep in touch with
all them boys,
Akil,
man. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I keep up with them, man.
Yeah.
Ray Winans, all them boy Detroit friends and family, Force Detroit, all them guys, man.
Detroit
Zoe,
300.
all of them, man. All the everybody doing CVI
Network.
work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like much love
we got
to
the
y'all.
grant on the 48205, the shot stoppers.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Denby Neighborhood Alliance, Camry Store and Raham in Wayne Metro.
Yeah, you didn't even mention Raham, bro.
Yeah, Raham, that's my nonprofit. I spoke about it, you know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of good in the hood, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
That's my baby, man. I never have nothing because I'm going to give it all away, brother.
Yeah.
I pity the person that feel like they measured by what they have, man.
My man Sincere, shout out to him too. He be holding it down, taking care of his business, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting back admiring the shit out of you brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys got your own offices and shit. I'm like, dog, that's the shit. You know what I mean?
We cornered the whole corner. We tried to monopolize. Maybe they'll come off the building.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Annie up and knock that thing down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. But that's dope, man. You got a lot going on. I mean, and then, you know, fatherhood, marriage, all that shit, you know, just, you know, it's a lot to manage. It's a lot to balance.
It is.
How do you find time to do it, you know? And then the work that we do is very exhausting and can be overwhelming, you know what I'm saying?
You said it in the beginning, bro. You know, that wife, that's the alleviator, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's the
definitely.
alleviator. So, you know, that you know, gotta salute the wife, bro. You know what she do with the kids, I can't do.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
the best I could do is go be the breadwinner.
Yeah.
You know, my house functions the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I don't feel no stress in it. I felt more stress when she was the breadwinner. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit.
But you know, when I came home, that's what it was. I seen a lot of that. I seen a lot of women that were the breadwinners in their household, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of men was taking care of the kids and shit. Now,
and
depending
no
on what
shame in
angle
that.
you look, it's not.
Yeah, it's no
Because I was
shame
like,
in that.
you know, at first I'm like,
Who better?
Who does that shit? And then I was like, it's good that a father gets time to raise his kids.
Better?
You know what I'm saying?
Who
Absolutely.
better? Nobody. My
it just
children,
wasn't something that we was accustomed to because we weren't raised like that.
My children have never been babysat unless it's their grandmother. Mm-hmm. They have never spent the night over nobody's house. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, who better? You know. And then if you look at some countries, they say that if you tally the income of a stay-at-home father, that's a $200,000 a year job.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So imagine it for mother again, right? What she brings, I can't do. Like I tell baby laughing, but I had kids old. You know, I sit there 20 minutes sometimes. They cooking my ass. You know, she in there all day with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they fuck. I gotta pop
you
a
ready to
fucking
go dive
chill
off the
pill.
porch.
Yeah, you know. But you know, and you know, so you know, I love on her, man. Best I know how. You know, they all spoiled.
Yeah.
You know, if I got it, they got it. You know what I'm saying?
Just the fact that you present. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you know, oh, man, what?
There's so many kids, man, just being raised without their fathers, man. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's unfortunate. But I salute the women that hold it down, bro. You know, I was raised by one. I married one. I'm surrounded by, you know, family and women in my family who have held down their whole family.
Strong as hell.
Yeah.
Strong as hell, bro.
No doubt, man. You know, I
definitely,
salute them,
like
I
I
respect
say,
them, I admire them.
Yeah, like I say, my mother, man, you know.
Shit, my grandma, she had 9 kids. I'm like, how you pop that many kids?
She got 14.
Shit. That's a lot, man.
9
Holy
aunties,
shit.
my mama, and 4 uncles.
God
and they all on earth. All praises due. Yeah.
Damn, the whole tribe
The whole
still
tribe.
alive. Okay.
And didn't have babies who didn't have babies that had babies. You know, I tell people when the streets failed me, I had the family to fall back on.
Yeah, your family was a gang
Yeah,
already.
y'all, my God, and they ain't fucking around. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt about it.
They ain't fucking around.
So how do you feel about that new Detroit sign on 94, man? Have you had a chance to see it or drive by it or anything?
Yeah, you know, my thing with Detroit, here's my only beef, bro. My only beef with the city is, you know, I live in my house this groovy, funky type of way, bro, because it's my way. I don't fucking get up running trying to clean up because a lot of y'all say he finna pull up. Right? You don't give a fuck how your house, soon as somebody else, oh shit, cover that up, paint the fucking hole in the wall. like you know, so that's my thing. Let's
Light a candle.
Yeah, let's this shit be our lifestyle, bro. Not because of, well, the draft coming, so we, you know, but you know, well, you know, but for what it costs, I will say this to the cost. and I hope somebody in official position might be listening. I wish I could have bid it. I would have hooked that little fucking shit up for way less than that.
3D printer.
You know, that's a lot of money.
I
man,
guess
you
for
know?
me, it ain't gonna mean as much to somebody who ain't from Southwest because it's in Southwest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for us, it's like putting a stamp on us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we finally got something.
Yeah.
Because Southwest has always been felt like we was just left out of the loop.
Yeah.
When people talked about Detroit, everybody talked about East Side, West Side. You know what I'm saying? And we just felt like we was left out of the loop, you know what I mean? And just not only that, resource-wise, we were just, we felt like the city ain't come to help us. But I don't know if it was just because, we came from an undocumented community or whatever. I mean, we still worked with what we had and made the best that we got, but we always was proud to be Detroiters. You know what I'm saying? My mother was born and raised in Corktown, raised right there in Tiger Stadium, you know what I'm saying?
Love it.
But I see now, that there's more bridges being built, you know what I'm saying, between our communities. And, Southwest is, is very much getting the respect that it deserves.
I love it,
you know
man.
what I mean?
I love it.
And we've always been a diverse community, you know what I mean? And I love that.
Right. So you right. Yes, sir. I first got hip to the Southwest culture when I went to the youth home.
Okay.
Blew my fucking mind, bro. Blew my mind, bro. I couldn't fucking believe it, bro. First, I couldn't believe the amount of folks and people.
Yeah,
I seen,
sure.
Like when I went in that bullpen on McGraw, remember the real skinny long boy?
Yeah. I've been in there. They take all your game
Right?
beads.
Man, I'm looking at the walls like, fuck.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like this
They
shit
had all the
feeling
red and black
Chicago to
beads.
the motherfucker.
Blue and black beads, green and black
Yeah.
beads, yellow, black. They
Yeah.
had all the gang beads in there.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, bro. Then
It was like that movie Colors. Remember when Rocket was
like
coming
Colours,
in, and
bro.
that's
Yes,
how it
it
was. You
was.
was walking
Yes, it
down that
was.
little aisle.
Yes, it
and
was.
all these motherfucking sales, dog.
Yep. Yes, it was. Yeah, that shit was culture shock. I was like, these niggas ain't bullshit. And I always been, a cash flow fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a
God.
cash flow fan.
Yeah.
I never liked as a so I'm torn. I'm a Detroit nigga with Chicago, right?
Ties.
But I always respected the fact Detroit was its own culture.
Ain't no doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
So when these other out of town, like our kids is following these out of town motherfuckers, right? For fucking, cash flow to have the not only the foresight, but the balls, right? To say we gonna do our own motherfucking thing, right? Some Detroit homegrown shit.
Ain't no doubt
You know what
about
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
that shit. I salute the fuck. I told you that off the air 1,000 times, and I say it again. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's what I love about
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? We the brothers created a whole new nation.
Fuck yeah.
Instead of putting us
Fuck
in a
yeah.
box, making us choose if we gonna ride with the 5 or the 6. We stayed in our own lane, and we was like,
Gotta
what? We're
love
gonna create our own lane, and we're gonna stand on this teepee. We're gonna create a family nation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it, brother. I
And,
love it, brother.
yeah.
And was true to the Detroit motherfucking way. Cash.
Absolutely.
You understand? Yeah,
it's always been about getting that
See,
bread.
a lot of these niggas that let gang banging, they didn't forgot the fact that this shit, a part of the whole reason behind gangism is financial stability.
Yeah.
So if
for
we
sure.
fuck gang and we starving or stealing fucking cars, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no
that
doubt.
shit ain't and that's another big difference with us and our youth, bro. Like we whatever we did, we was like at the end of it. Like I told you earlier, I've sold dope, but I never considered myself a drug dealer. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
if the dope gone, I'm still finna figure out how the fuck to get to some motherfucking money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Whether
sure.
it's the hard way or you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So yeah, stuck to it, man. Cash flow. I love it, man.
My dog, yeah, man. No
Hell
doubt,
yeah.
bro.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Beautiful, baby. My man Kurt McGirt, that man. I'm gonna have to get Kurt on here one day, man.
Yeah, you
Old
gotta
school
get
YBI,
Kurt on
man.
there, man.
Salute that brother,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure, man.
My man's.
Ain't no doubt, man. A lot of good brothers, man.
A lot
we
of
done
good
came
brothers.
across,
There's a
man.
lot of time, man. And out here functioning, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they out here functioning, man. You know.
Brother, let them know where they can find you at. You know what I'm saying? Where they can look at all your
on the
platforms.
east now, I'm just UcciKhan, man. UcciKhan on everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, man. We got a lot going on. We finna do an imprint magazine. About to go harder with these movies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the movie called, and where can they
The
find it?
new movie is Blue Ice. Should be hitting Tubi any day. It's in the
Right.
drop process, man.
Yup.
You know. And then shout out to my guys Boudang and Papa Duck. They just dropped the joint. I got a Swift cameo up in there called Crush Flowers.
Okay.
They just debuted that at the Senate Theater, man. So
Oh,
you know,
for real?
yeah,
Damn,
everybody
that's sweet.
doing big things, man. And
I love
just,
it, bro.
I just be trying to pull up a seat, man.
Yeah,
You know what
I got to
mean?
get my money up, bro. But I really want to do a documentary. Like I want to do a movie about my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's just a lot that I went through in my life, you know what I'm saying? It's just got a real good story, dog.
Show
And
you right.
I got to get my money together. You know, shout out to Diesel and shout out to my man Dominic Ovando, Sunnyville, all them guys in the filming industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all. You know, once I get my bread up, man, I'm going to come see y'all, man.
Show
get
you
us
right.
a movie going,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
but you know, I appreciate all the love, all the support. Next Monday we'll be back at it, man. I'm gonna have a triple OG coming in next Monday from the neighborhood. Definitely looking forward to that. As you know, this is the El Nino podcast. We keep it real. That's why it's called Real Everyday People. My man, thank you for coming through. You know, for
Anytime.
sharing your
Pleasure.
story, your knowledge, man. Much love to you, and I look forward to continue watching you grow and working with you, bro.
Show
you know
you
what I'm
right.
saying?
Likewise, brother.
Yup, no doubt.
thanks for having
We'll
me.
see you next Monday, El Nino Podcast. Shout out Legal Aliens Podcast. And let's get it, man. Stay safe. And much love for Cinco de Mayo. Had a great time in the parade.